Alright guys, I'm going to continue with Lottery of the Lost. Quick recap, we surprisingly only lost one character, the poor little gnome, in the first session. And as I was leaving the room where we fought the Creevers, I'm going to take a couple bones off this skeletal thing. Those might come in handy, so I wrote bones on a couple characters. And we are going to proceed to the next room, which is... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I haven't checked. Again, I didn't check time. I'm always bad about that. But it's okay because I'm going to kind of... there's a little tunnel, little passageway, between the room we're at and the room we're going to. I'm going to roll a random encounter check here. So on a 1... we'll have a random encounter. We don't, so we make it to the next room. It is a a roundish room, actually probably about this size. Oh shoot, I should have got some stuff out. Darn it. So there is, I'm looking around to see if I have anything nearby, and I kind of don't. Let's see here. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I kind of don't. This will work. Okay, there is in the center of this room, so I'm going to scoot everybody back a little bit. Probably lose my focus. The focus is so nice right now. Oh, yeah. The Shalonian is going to take the torch. He'll offer to. Everybody else seemed a little hesitant. In the middle of the room, there is a statue, it looks like, and an obelisk, an octagonal shaped obelisk. What will work for that? This isn't an octagon, but it's obsidian, so I'll use a black shape. And on it, well, let's read this. There's a statue of a short humanoid standing near a stone. So this is going to be my statue of short humanoid. Stone octagonal obelisk. The obelisk is covered with smooth obsidian surfaces. The ceiling is made of multiple obsidian reflective surfaces. The statue is a halfling. This is not a halfling, but we'll pretend. Reaching out towards a white glyph. There are many glyphs on this. I'm not reading it. 8 glowing glyphs on one on each side of the octagon. I think let's see, I'm going to have my slime folk guy. I've started up my torch timer, by the way, so we're good to go there. I'm going to have him come up. He's pretty smart. What I'm going to have him do is kind of investigate whether or not he thinks these are safe to touch. And all I can really say is I think he is not going to be the first one to touch one. But I think in the interest of what's going to be fun, I think we'll just have people touch the glyphs and see what happens. Let's start with... Should we start with a random character? Yeah, let's start with a random character. Bravery gets you nowhere, as our gnome learned, because he was the brave one. So I'm going to start with a random character, but it's not going to be the slime. 2. 1, 2, slime. 6 is the tiefling. Hey, new guy, you go first. And I'm going to roll randomly to see which glyph he touches. Gosh darn it. It's we'll keep it. 3. 3. I never keep it. Blue glyph. So he touches the blue glyph. Holy! Dex to 18 permanent. What? What? That's insane. Okay. Everybody touch a glyph quick. Dex to 18. All right. So he's now plus 4. That's crazy. Okay, well, this is a... Still gotta survive. Myconoid. We're just gonna go for it like this. They're all gonna touch different ones. Green. 10 temp HP. Okay. So he's got plus 10 temp HP. I don't know what temp is. Probably through this adventure, maybe. The drow is gonna come up. Drow. Dark elf thing. Dark elf. Nope. He's not gonna touch the same one. Not gonna touch the same one, I said. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Purple. DC 15 Wisdom. DC 15 Wisdom. Okay, I like that. 17. I think he's got it unless his Wisdom is horrible. I don't think it's that horrible. His Wisdom is even. DC 15 Wisdom or Confused. See, not Confused. But that kind of sucks for you that he didn't get anything cool. He's like, what the hell? So we went 1, 2, 3. I guess I will have him touch one. No repeats, like I said. 2. Red. Strength to 18. Permanent. What? And that's my slime. He's already got the insane intelligence. Oh no. Strength 18 plus 4. Wow. Okay. Who else? I got 2 more to go. Turtle. 3, I think I did. 1, 2, 3. I guess I should have reused some, but whatever. I'm not going to do that. We're not going to reuse. 2, I already did. Wow, I need a new number here. 7, I already did. 2. What am I missing? 4, 5, 6, 8? 4, 5, 6, 8. We're going to do a D4. 8. DC 15 con. DC 15 con. No. So I'm going to Oh! Okay. I'm going to use my luck token on that. What's his con? Oh no! Con -2. So he misses it? So he touched the white one. Oh. That's why the halfling... Okay. DC 15 con or petrified. Okay. I should have caught on to that. And I didn't as a person, as a player. The halfling was reaching towards the white glyph and turned to stone. So petrified doesn't mean like just for a little bit. Our turtle is now turned to stone. So he's dead. I mean, dead-ish. Oh, that's sad. I kind of liked him, but that's the way it goes. Okay, he's dead. I think, unless I'm not going to cross him off yet, because unless we can find some weird way to save him, but he, at this point, is a statue and probably dead. And our last one is the Dragonborn, and what I say we have 4, 5, or 6, so that's only 3 different ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 4. No, it's 5. Sorry. Does that make sense? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All heightened awareness. All actions are at advantage for this many rounds. 3 rounds. So that's not great because it's probably going to end by the time we're out of here. And who was that? The Dragonborn? Okay. Wow. There's 2 glyphs not touched, but I'm just going to say we can't. Makes sense. I'm just gonna say we can't. Oh wait, we just lost the turtle, so we're gonna get another character in here, and it's going to be we have 5. So I'm gonna roll a d6. 6, of course. 5. Last character is going to be. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rat folk, the Skurrid. Oh, hey guys. So he comes. Maybe he was on the other side of the obelisk, or maybe he was hiding out in this room. But he's in there. And he's going to ask if anybody has an extra weapon. And does anybody? I don't think so. Actually, he's going to go, what are you guys doing in here? And we're touching glyphs. You got a 50-50 shot. There's 2 left. So we're just going to go 1, 2, no wait. 1, 2, 3. He touches the first glyph. 4, 5, 6. He touches the last one. I don't remember which is which. First one is going to be. He touches the gold glyph. Damage reduction of 6 for an hour. Woo, that's sweet. So he's in here. Skurrid. DR6. I like it. That's a cool ability. I love, actually, this is one of the things I loved about the old adventures. You could get crazy shit like this. You touch something and you permanent 18 on a stat. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, so he's got DR6. That's fun. But otherwise, dead, right? We only lost 1 in here. Sorry, turtle. It's real sad. Okay, we are going to keep moving, though. And every 3... Okay, so now I got decisions to make. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 different directions we could go. And because I can kind of see the map, I'm going to make it random. 1, 2, we're going north. 3, 4, we're going east. 5, 6, we're going south. 1, 2, we're going north. Which makes sense numerically. At least. All right, here we go. Let's continue on. I'll put that back. What I even grabbed? That's funny. A paint. Oh, that poor guy's done. And that was my leader. So we'll make the rat the new leader, I guess. And the dragonborn and the tiefling and there we go. Like that. And who's my torch? My torch guy is gonna be the rat. Hey, new guy, you get to hold the torch till it burns out. Okay, where are we at, folks? Where are we at? We are going north. And it says a short stone pedestal stands in the center of this round, rocky chamber. Well, we got another round chamber with something on top of it. Okay, there is a chamber with alcoves. First, let's see what's on top of it. Actually, who's going to... I'm trying to do this as random as possible because otherwise I'm making weird decisions on who's going to do what. But a short stone pedestal stands in the center. So my pedestal, whoever's going to check the pedestal is one of the 2 in front. 1, 2, 3 is going to be my rat, Skurrid. So he's new. He's going to step up and be the guinea pig. The pedestal is table height, and there is a scroll. Interesting. Does anybody know what this scroll is? How smart is our rat? Skurrid. He's pretty smart. So I'm going to give him, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give him a chance to try and tell what it is. And I'm going to make that the same number that it says here. He cannot tell what it is. But the slime folk, who's my smartest guy, is going to take a look. He's going to say, let me see what that is. I don't know how the hell he talks, but 8 plus 3 makes it. DC 11 int to cast detect magic. So he said, when we want to use this, we can cast detect magic. Oh, I also forgot to say we have 2 blowguns. I don't know who has them yet. My Dex characters should have them. So my Shalonian, nope. So my Shadow Elf should have a blowgun for sure. And who else? There's another one. Tiefling, I think. Blowgun is a +2. And the Tiefling. Or did somebody else have a crazy dex? Oh, the Dragonborn. But I'm going to have it be the Tiefling anyway. Because they're both high dex. D4. Alright, cool. So, we've got a bunch of stuff to check here. So he checked out the pedestal. Now I'm going to randomly decide who checks out the other things. There's an east alcove. We'll do one at a time, so we'll kind of say the group's checking out, but it's going to be one of these 5 guys who's checking it out, and it's going to be the Mycelian. He'll go over and check out the east alcove, which is going to be this one. There are skeletal remains and a fuzzball. The skull has its jaw stapled shut. Ugh. Be wary. There could be weird shit in here. A giant stapler, perhaps. I'm going to roll a random encounter check because I haven't done that in... It's probably been 3 rounds. No, but close. Okay, what else do we have? There's other alcoves. There's 2 more alcoves. The west... Oh, wait. Oh, tricky. Oh, boy. There's no other... Okay. Interesting. So, this is one of those shitty things where, like, I didn't say I was going to use the Scroll of Detect Magic, but I really need to. If I was playing solo, I think I maybe would do either what is it called? Oracle check, like 50-50. Or in this case, I think I'll make it an intelligence check. So I think that what I'm going to do, because I just read, I was trying to figure out what the other alcoves are. And so I read ahead a little bit, and there's not really any more alcoves, kind of. So what's going to happen is my slime folk with my high intelligence is going to make a check to decide if he should use the scroll right now. And I'm going to make it the same check. Which is kind of not awesome, but I'm going to make it the same check. So he's got to make an 11 intelligence check, which I already made. I could argue that he just Actually, I'm going to do that. No. I got to make the check again. He makes the check. Okay. So that's why it says DC 11 to cast Detect Magic when you read the scroll. It would automatically work. But I said he was holding it and trying to decide when to use it, and now I'm saying he's going to use it because he makes an intelligence check because he's smart enough. That's one of those things. There's not really checks in Shadowdark, but I like to make checks for things where it's like, how would my character act? Because as the person playing, I'm reading what it is, so I know, well, I definitely want to do this. So on top of the pedestal where the scroll was found, there's also a glyph that is only seen with Detect Magic. So when he reads that scroll, poof, Scroll's gone. We now have detect magic for an hour. Real time, theoretically. I'm at 20-minute mark of this video, so I'll try and remember that. DC 12 intelligence to decipher the glyph. So now he's going to try to decipher it. Nat 1. I've got to use his luck token. We definitely don't want a nat 1. And his 4 is no better. So he doesn't decipher the glyph. I don't really want to go around the whole party trying to decipher the glyph, but I do think I should give anybody with a decent intelligence a chance to know what's up. So we're going to go with the Skurrid, our rat folk. He's got a chance, and he makes it. DC 12 to decipher the glyph. So even though he's not quite as smart, he goes, it opens a secret compartment. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. DC 12 intelligence to decipher the glyph. Success opens a secret compartment, but failure means that everyone within near DC 12 con or paralyzed. Woo! Okay, everyone within near DC 12 con. Here we go. We're just going to go in order. Slime, DC 12 con. I don't want this to happen to anybody, obviously. He is a -2. He makes it! Slime is okay. I'm going to move people. Mycelium. Con is a 0, so he needs a 12. Nat 1. I better luck token it. Go. Do I really want to use my luck token right now? Yes. So he's safe. I feel like I should use the luck tokens like with great regularity, because otherwise it might mean death. Shadow Elf is a con +1. Wow. And he makes it. We're good. Dragonborn is I think he has a high con. He has high stats anyway. Yep, +2. And he makes it. All right. Looking good. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but the Tiefling has it's hard to track all these, 0. He does not make it. I'm not going to use his. Because I don't want to use my luck tokens for my entire group. But I am going to say they cannot hand them off. So we now have Tiefling, and the last one's going to be my rat. So he is paralyzed. I'm going to put him down for that. And the rat. 9. I don't think he gets it either. Con 0. So he is going to be paralyzed. Wait a minute. I need him. Because he's the one who made the check. So I better luck token it. God, I don't want to use all their luck tokens. Luck token. And he still misses. Sucky. Okay. So I have 2 that become paralyzed for D4 rounds. I'm going to roll that and just count it for both of them, so I have less to track. 1 round. But something else I think is going to happen here. Ooh, where were the remains? Over here. So what happens is, boom, something happens with the glyph, and the skeleton animates and attacks. Okay, here's what happens. The skeleton animates as a greater skeleton, which that is not a great mini for it, but it's what I had, so it's what it is. This is a badass skeleton. And it's going to attack. At the same time, a secret alcove up here opens up, I think. Secret compartment. opens up. Does anybody notice it? I'm not sure yet. These guys are down. These guys I just moved over here because I was moving them. Whatever. So we're going to go like this. We're going to... Who does he go to move to attack? I hate to say it, but it could be one of the paralyzed guys. So I'm just going to roll it randomly, a d6. I hope he's not one of the paralyzed. 2. Slime or mycelium. So he's going to try to get to the mycelium. Can he? Well, we're going to find out because we're going to roll initiative. He didn't necessarily have surprise, so I'm just rolling initiative for this. 4 and 1. On a nat 1, he doesn't get the initiative, so he's very slow and lumbering. He's headed this way, but we have time to react. So it's a skeleton. I don't have turn undead. We got to protect our 2 that are paralyzed. I put them down to show that they're down. Who's going first? Who has something pretty badass? I'm going to go with the Dragonborn. He's going to rush up. Oh, he only has that dagger. He has a pickaxe. Is a pickaxe a real... I don't know that it's a weapon, but I think it could be used as a weapon for sure. So I'm going to see if it's on the weapon list real quick. No, it's not a great axe. So I would say it's a D4 weapon. I'm going to make it a D4 weapon. So he's going to run up and try to attack the skeleton with the pickaxe. And it's a greater skeleton, which I think is maybe in this. Yep, greater skeleton. Oh, it's got plate mail? Screw that. AC 15. Here we go. Trying with the pickaxe. Oh no! I want to use the dagger. Because he's got that 18. That super high 18 dex. 13. That's actually a hit. See, I would have missed with a strength weapon. So I'm using the dagger. The bad news is, heavily armored skeleton. I'm gonna just say it does normal damage because there's not a rule in, so it does 3 damage. There's not a rule in Shadowdark that skeletons take half damage from piercing, but they kind of should. So at least for right now, this is hard enough without throwing curveballs like that at my group. So I'm just going to say that it does full damage. But we also have the rogue, the dark elf. He's going to go. The tiefling, he's out for now. He's going to come over here. Tiefling's down. So he's going to try and attack also with a dagger, I think. Is that what he has? 9 is not going to hit. He would need a +6. I wonder if I should have done something different here. I'm going to give these 2 a perception check. A DC 12 perception check. Yes. So he looks over and notices. He looks over and notices the secret compartment. There is a wand there. And he's going to run over and grab it. And what I'm going to say is he doesn't know what it does. But I'm going to give him an intelligence check to try to identify that. I've got detect magic active. It would glow magical, which is probably why he noticed it. So he's going to come over and look at it. And I'm going to give him an intelligence check of 11 to see if he knows what it does enough to try to use it. No. So he can grab it, but he can't do anything with it, and I've used my luck token. There's also a mask there. So he's going to take that, but I guess since I went over there, I can't attack, huh? Okay. And the Mycelin is going to do something as well. Something fast, hopefully. He's got that rusty dagger and a sling. That's funny. So he'll try the sling. He can do it out range. 15 minus 1 is a miss because of the dang plate mail. Plate mail's crazy. So he missed. How do we get rid of the skeleton? I don't think we want to fight him. That's what I think. And it's kind of too late to back out now. But two of our guys were paralyzed. They're now going to come back too. They're now going to come back too because this is the end of the round. Well, actually, we'll have him go. So he's up against the Drow and the Dragonborn, and I just have to roll randomly to see who he attacks. I know who I want him to attack. 1, 2, 3 is going to be the Drow. 4, 5, 6 is going to be the Dragonborn. So he attacks Shadow Elf. He's got a +2 only, thankfully. 8 plus 2 is a 10. And his AC is a 12. That's actually a miss. These guys start to come to. And we go, oh, thank God. Everybody, get out of here. He's going to grab the wand and the mask. And we're going to run. Can we run? I hope so. So we're going to run south. That's the only way to run. So our whole group is going to run. And the question is going to be, does he come after us? His move is the same as ours. Oh, he wasn't supposed to be able to take damage either. Wow. So that 3 damage did not work at all. So he was undamaged. But what would happen from that is we would know he can only be damaged by magical sources or whatever. That he can't be damaged by a normal dagger. So we're running. Everybody run, everybody run, everybody run. The question I have now is, does he try to follow us? I'm going to make that an oracle check. Because he's in kind of a magical room, right? So would he leave this room to follow us? I do think he would still try to attack us, but is he going to chase us all around the thing? I like high roll to be, even on an oracle check, I like high roll to be positive. So on an 11 or higher, he does not. He stays in this room. On a 1 through 9, he comes after us. 18, he stays in this room. So when we leave the room and leave the tunnel, he like resets and goes back to his alcove and drops back down. His mouth is stapled shut. Why? Just a weird thing. Okay, so we're out of there. I'm going to roll, I don't know how many rounds that was, but I'm going to roll another random encounter check as we're running through this tunnel. And there is none. Now there's a tunnel. Now we can go either south or east. So 1, 2, 3 east, 4, 5, 6 south. We're going east. Okay, here we go. So now we are headed to... Should have gone south, but whatever. I always feel I feel a little weird about how this is going. Because I want to like play smart, cover all the bases, but because the camera's running and I know people could potentially watch this, I also want to keep it going. I don't want to be like pausing all the time. I don't want to be cutting and trying to edit videos. So I'm afraid that I'm missing some stuff I should do. but I want to keep a kind of fast enough pace. Solo, in general, it's already a slow pace. It just is. So okay, what do we have here? Crawling corridor entrance. The corridor ends at a tight hole in the floor, just big enough to crawl through. Well, who's going to be the one to crawl through it? I think the rat, who's a naturally a crawler, or the slime, but because I'm going to go with the rat. So, above the opening, corridor ends at a tight hole. A rope's end is hidden until searched. So, on that, I think we have to make a check. Do we notice this rope? As a group, what I'll do is make this a DC 12 as a group to notice it, so it's a perception check, and I'll use the highest perception of the group. I'm not going to do advantage, even though there's 6 people looking. It's just going to be one roll, DC 12, but I'll use my highest whiz, 6. So nobody is going to find this. Unless I use a luck token with my high whiz character, and it's not. Oh, it is going to be the rat. Nope, the Dragonborn. And he's already used his, right? No, he hasn't. I'm going to luck token it because this is bad. I hate to. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. So, we don't see it. We don't see the rope. And the rat is going to start climbing through the corridor. And that puts us into a new section. Yeah, that's a Shadowdark rule. So if you're searching, you would see the rope. But because I'm playing solo, I can't play it that way. I've got to make it a check. So I just kind of need to make a... if you're taking notes about soloing, I kind of need to make a judgment call there. How hard would it be to find this rope? Well, I just usually make things at 9 or 12, and I kind of feel like a 12 made sense. So we're now crawling. The rat is crawling first to check things out. Everybody else is just kind of waiting, I think. And maybe the slime would follow behind the rat a distance. So, claustrophobic tunnel, barely enough room to crawl through. Too narrow to be able to turn around. It's low and oppressive. It's studded with little stalactites, so he's crawling through this tunnel. The floor is the floor is rough and moist stone. The walls are cold and damp. There are gold piece-sized holes at various heights along the entire length of the corridor. I want to check those out before I read farther. Gold piece-sized, because it says gold piece. At various heights along the entire... So I'm going to check into a hole, maybe reach in. Oh, weird. So I said I reach in. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to reach in. He's going to reach into the holes. The holes do not have gold pieces in them. No, they don't. They have darts. Would he actually reach in and feel a dart? Would he be able to tell? I think it's likely. You know what? I think he would be able to tell it's a dart. Is it going to do damage to him? I don't think so, unless he really jammed his hand, because it's not poisonous. So he probably pricks his finger and goes, look out. There's a dart in the wall. He yells back. So the whole group was waiting. It's kind of what I said. He's going through the tunnel, and I said he's coming through the tunnel at a way behind at a slower pace. Okay, there's a pressure plate. But I found that there's darts in the hole. So I'm going to say, can he find the pressure plate? This is weird. This is a weird situation. Can he find the pressure plate? He's stuck in here because it says you can't back up. It's too narrow to be able to turn around. I guess he could back up. Does he find the pressure plate? I'm going to give him a perception check, especially because he's looking for it, because he knows there's a trap now. He knows there's darts in those holes. So he's going to be looking for... Oh, he needs the torch, too, by the way. He needs to be going through with the torch. He's got those whiskers, though. Maybe he could be using his... What does the whiskers say? Vibrating whiskers. I'd have to read it. So, perception check. Cacti. Perception check. 7. I don't think he has it. Oh, +1. 8. So he doesn't notice the pressure plate, which means he steps on it. He triggers the trap. And darts shoot. 1d4 darts to all in the tunnel. +4 to hit. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to see how many darts. He's safe because he's on the pressure plate. But my poor slime is not. He's going to take 3 darts at +4 to hit. So here's what I'm going to do. I have a cool idea. +4 to hit. So he hears a click. He shouts, "Look out! Duck!" I'm going to roll initiative? No. That doesn't make sense because it's not a fight. So never mind that. I'm going to make a dex save for the slime folk. So as those are triggered, he knows he's supposed to be looking out. So he's got a 0 dex. But I'm going to make a dex check at a DC 12. And I'll tell you why in a second. 13! Okay. So the darts come shooting out, and he quickly uses his slime form. And goes... and just goes flat on the ground. And so the darts shoot back across, and he's safe. And that only lasts 3 rounds, but it's enough for him to get back out of there. And he yells for him to stay put. So he backs out. He'll eventually turn back into his thing. These others are now looking around. They don't want to go in. The pressure plate has been pushed, so we know how this works now. I'm going to give him another check to find the rope, but I also don't think it's going to happen. So, perception check was a DC 12, and now they're all looking. So we're going to advantage it. So we find the rope. So we find the rope, pull the rope, disengage the trap. Some of the darts had already been shot anyway, or all of them maybe. Would it trigger again? I don't know. So anyway, we're now safe to go through. But in the 3 rounds that we're waiting... Oh, there was just a noise. Ooh, my torch is low. My torch is low. He's got the torch. Click, click, click. Do you hear that? Okay, I like that. So the torch burns down, gives you a click, click, click timer, and then bing, torch goes out. He's in pitch black. He's waiting for his goo form to wear off, and as it does, he comes back to his slime form. But as the torch runs out, we need to make, it's been 3 rounds, we need to make a random encounter check. And I think I'm going to make 2. I'm going to roll it twice. No, what I mean is, I'm not going to roll it twice. On a 1 or a 2, there's a random encounter. Hey! 2. There's a random encounter. He's in here. Doesn't have a torch to light because it went out. Once it goes out, it's out, right? Random encounter is going to be, I'm going to roll it real quick. 4. Now that makes perfect sense. I like it. The random encounter is rats. So I think I have a couple of rats right here. Plague rats. Perfect. They're going to come in the tunnel. They're going to come through the tunnel. He doesn't have a torch, but he's got the whiskers. He's in the dark. Ooh, do they come through the tunnel? If they do, he's dead. So I'm going to go 50-50. Do they come through the tunnel or do they come from somewhere else? 1, 2, 3 come through the tunnel. 4, 5, 6, they come from behind. 4, 5, 6, they come from behind. That's much better for us. Though it would make sense if they came through the tunnel. That was kind of a fun idea. But I don't want it to spell certain death for him. So, torch goes out. Who's got torch stuff? Slime folk. Does not. Do we have any more torches? Oh, we do. Nope. Because that guy's not in it. The tiefling has a torch. And he quickly calls out, I've got a torch. Does anybody have a way to light it? So he gets together with the slime folk who just came back to. So the tiefling and the slime folk are going to try to light a torch together while the other 3 can only wait. We're going to roll initiative. We're in the dark, so the rats should get initiative maybe? Should get advantage, I mean. No, but if they win initiative, it's going to be surprise. That's what it is. Rats have a 9. We have a 1. So the rats are going to get surprise as they're trying to light the torch. They're going to attack 2 random characters, plague rats. It says chewing on the carcass, but that doesn't make sense because they're attacking us, right? They're sneaking up on us, essentially. They're going to... These are mean creatures. They're going to attack... We have 5 characters out here, so obviously he won't be one of them. 1, 2, 3 is... the Shadow Elf. And could be the same character, potentially. 2 is... the Mycelian, who... So we're all in the dark. So here comes the attack. In the dark, at advantage on the elf. 14 is definitely going to hit. Plus 2, 1d8 plus the plague. Did the elf have anything special? I don't think so. I think he's dead. He's got... This is bad news, isn't it? He's got 1 hit point. Oh! He's shadowed. Oh, I hate that. He's shadowed, so they wouldn't attack him. It's in darkness, so they would not attack him first. I kind of don't like that because I'd rather he die than somebody else, but I'm not supposed to think that way. So he doesn't get attacked. It's 5. Which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The tiefling who's trying to light the torch instead gets attacked. Oh, shoot. At advantage. 13 is going to hit him. He's got heat sight, but it's too slow for that to work. He's got 1 hit point. I don't have anything. I can't, make them reroll. You know what I'm saying? So he gets bit and he's dead. Ah! Tiefling is dead. Too bad, so sad, so long. That's pretty good gear, though. And the other one is on the Mycelian. I don't want him to die either. Does he have anything? Yeah, nope. Okay. Let's go. How about a miss? Is there any chance? Nope. Oh, that hits him. He's only got 1 hit point too, so he's dead. Ugh. With his dying breath, he telepaths to everybody, to all of his buddies, and says, "May your torch ever be lit. Best of luck to all of you, friends." And he goes down. Woo! Okay, well, now it's looking like a gauntlet. And we have 2 rats, and we have trouble. So he's going to try to take over with the torch. They need to light the torch. This is horrible. I don't know if we can defeat these bastards unless we've got... I can't think of a quick way to defeat them. That's what I would say. We need to light the torch. And it's a DC 12, I think, but at disadvantage. But they are working together. They definitely don't get it lit. It's dark. What do I do here? And it's taking... I'm also making it take 2 of them. That sucks. I'm going to make it have 1 of them acting. And it's going to be the one that's the least dangerous as a fighter. So that's going to be... The slime is my dangerous fighter, actually. So I think it's going to be that the Shadow Elf is going to be the one trying to light the torch. Man. But he wasn't able to do it. I think I have to just fight. Or can we run? I would run if we could. We can't go in that crawl hole because the rats would get us from behind. That's a horrible idea. Oh my god. I'm weird. Okay, so here goes. We're going to fight the rats. Can we keep trying to light a torch, though? Do I have another... Oh, I do have another thing. You know what? I do have another thing. So he's trying to light a torch. I have the slime folk has oil, flint, and steel. And the dragonborn has nothing good. I gotta use my creativity here. I have that leather, a strap of leather, which I could use to make a torch, right? And bone. So I'm gonna fumble around in the dark and try to make a makeshift torch. That was a rule in here. Makeshift torch. Make a torch in 2 rounds. Fuck that. We have bone, we have cloth-like material, we have a flask of oil, and we have tinder, but it takes 2 rounds. So we just need to hope we don't die in 2 rounds to these rats attacking at advantage. That's not going to work. We need to fight. We need to try to fight. So they're going to keep fight. They're going to fight a rat together. So Slime Folk is going to attack. He's at disadvantage, but he's got a strength of +4. 18 and 7. Damn it. Slime Folk. I've used my luck token. Their AC is a 13 for a freaking rat. And now the Dragonborn is a... This is a bummer. I don't like how this is going. He's got an 18 dex with his dagger, so he also has a good chance. Nope. No, he doesn't. So he fumbles in the dark and drops his dagger. It's the rats, right? No, I have this rat. I think this is all about survival. His buddies are dead. I think there's a good chance he crawls forward instead of coming back to help. And I think in order to do that, what might make the most sense is a morale check. So a 15 or higher on his morale check, he would come back to help. Otherwise, he's going it alone. I rolled a 6. So he's going to keep crawling forward. It's dark. He's got a torch. I think he could at least still keep the handle of the torch, but he couldn't light this torch without stuff, right? So he's going forward. So he's out of the danger for a second, maybe. These guys are going to keep fighting. It's our turn, right? No, it's not our turn. We just attacked twice. So who's going to get attacked? We have 2 rats. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go... I'll use my order here. So slime... Oh boy. I got some dead characters, huh? Dead. Who else is dead? Tiefling. Dead. Woo! This is getting ugly. Okay. First rat will attack my second character, which is the elf. No, but he's in darkness. They can't attack him. They can't attack him because he's in darkness, right? That's his ability. So he's going to attack the slime. At advantage. 15 is going to hit. I've got 1 hit point. I've already used slime form. He's dead. Holy crap. Dragonborn is going to be the next one attacked. I don't want to lose him, but 14 hits. It's the darkness. The darkness was too dark. Crap. 14 hits. He's got 2 hit points. And they have 2 bites? Oh my god. 1d8 plus the plague. So if I roll anything but a 1, he's dead. Oh, a 1. Holy shit. Okay, 1. But they get a second attack. This is so mean. This is so hard. 14 hits. Dead. Dragonborn dead. All of them are dead except him, who now has nobody to protect him. That's funny. Dragonborn dead. Slime dead. So sad. And he's still in darkness. Here's the question. I think he has a chance to survive here. And I'll tell you why. Because he's in darkness doesn't mean he's totally hidden. But the rats now have killed multiple things. They might be busy. He might grab what he can grab and head for the tunnel. So I'm going to say he grabs the most important stuff. So the slime had a wand. Yeah, he's going to try and use the dark to his advantage. So I'm going to say, do the rats start gnawing on bodies instead of chasing him? And I think it's pretty likely. I feel like I should roll at advantage, maybe. Give him a chance. Okay, here goes. Do they? Yes, they do. So they're going to start eating Dragonborn. Chew, chew, chew. He's going to grab what he can grab and try to sneakily get out of there. And they're not worried about... They've got plenty to eat now. Okay. So he goes forward. So he's going to grab... I'm at a stopping point to him. Another hour So I'll figure out what he grabs later. I'm going to give him like 2 items probably, max. So he's going to take the wand, because you need the wand. And he's going to take, there's a silver dagger. There's, good lord, a rusty dagger. Nope. There's a blowgun. Wow. He's going to take a silver dagger and a blowgun. That's what he's taking, I think. Or not silver dagger. Blowgun and the wand. Oh, there's a plague doctor mask too. Yeah. He's going to leave the mask for now. So he's going to take the wand and the blowgun. And he's out of here. And we'll see what happens to these 2 guys next time as they're crawling through. He's up ahead. He's crawling through. The rest of the group is dead. Rats are biting on him. We do have more recruits that can come in. I'm an hour in. I think I gotta stop. We're going to part 3, folks. But we're not dead yet. We're going to at least part 3. This is going longer than I thought it would. All right, if you made it this far, you did better than most of my party. So thanks for watching. I'm Bradu.